Okay, let's understand something about polyhedron. Polyhedron is a solid that is bounded by polygons called faces. They are nothing but faces, different 2Ds combined together to form a 3D shape. It has the vertex, it has the face, that means a regular 2D, and edge, where two 2Ds they are meeting. We have discussed earlier when a 2D meet, they will meet at a line. Two lines intersect at a point, right? Because 2D is nothing but two-dimensional. When two-dimensional they will meet, they will intersect at a line. Line is nothing but one-dimensional. When two lines intersect, what is a line? Line is one-dimensional. So when one-dimensional they intersect as at a point, and zero has no dimension. That means it is zero-dimensional. The same thing. This is the edge, the point, the line that at which the two faces meet. That is called the edge. This is the face. That means your 2D shape, and this is the vertex, the corner, the tip. So each vertex is a point. Edge is a segment of a line because two 2D they are meeting in a line. Each face is a portion of a plane. Plane is nothing but two-dimensional. Okay, what comes into polyhedra and what doesn't? A prism is a polyhedra. Pyramid is a polyhedra. Why? It has faces. Okay. It has an edge. Yes. It has a vertex. Yes. Check. Let's check all the three criteria here. Pyramid. It has an edge. Yes. It has a vertex. Yes. It has face. Yes. All the three check. That is why it is polyhedra. Why they are not polyhedra? It is circular, right? It is a cylinder. If you say this one, right? It is a cylinder. It is round, 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 round. It doesn't have a vertex. It doesn't have an edge. Polyhedra. Same as cone and same as sphere. Sphere is symmetrical, right? It is a polyhedra. It doesn't have an edge. It doesn't have a corner. That is why it is not polyhedra. This is polyhedra. So keep these three things really clear. And if you understand these three things, you can understand what is polyhedra and what is not. Okay. The other important thing is how they name a prism, how they name it, or a pyramid. So any prism or any pyramid is named on the shape of the base. What does that mean? If you can see from here, the base of this prism, they are forming a pentagon. 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the bases are pentagon, this prism is called pentagonal prism. Let's try this one. In this pyramid, because the base is triangle, it is called triangular pyramid. So the prism and the pyramids, they are always named after what kind of shape they have in their base. Okay, next thing. Solid of revolution is a three-dimensional figure that is formed by rotating a two-dimensional shape around an axis. Okay, how to understand this one? If I try to rotate something, let's say this, right? If I rotate, let's make it a little bit more precise. Okay. Okay. It is a two-dimensional, right? If I rotate, it is forming a curve, and after its rotation, it will take the shape of a cylinder. The same thing is going on. When you rotate a rectangle, that's what we did. Yes, this is a rectangle, right? And when I rotated it, right, around a line that contains one of its sides, the solid of revolution that is produced is cylinder. See, it is rotating. After half of the rotation is done, the shape would be something like this if you try to draw it. And when the whole turn is completed, it will take the form of cylinder. So you can try it with any shape. Okay, let's try with the triangle. If you rotate a triangle around the axis, what will happen if you rotate a triangle along the axis? If this is the axis and if it's a triangle is there, and if you rotate, what will happen? What kind of shape it will be? Okay, let's see. The solid is a cone. It will form a shape of a cone. It is rotating. A triangle is rotating, 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 and it will form a shape of a cone because it is the tip will be here, and it will form a circle at the base. The solid is a cone with a height of 6 because this height is 6, and because this is 4, that means the radius of this cone will be 4. So height of 6 and the radius of 4. Let's try one more. Okay, now it is a semicircle. Semicircle, and two measurements are given to you. Just think for a while. What will happen if you rotate a semicircle around the axis? Try to imagine. It will take the shape of a sphere. The solid is a sphere with a radius of 5. Radius, this is your radius. So it will take the radius of 5. So it will be a sphere with a radius of 5. Okay. Now, another important thing. Cross section. What do you understand by cross section? Cross section is nothing but if you try to slice a three-dimensional figure or a solid with a plane, what will happen? The intersection of a plane and the solid is called cross section. So as you can see, this is a solid, and solid is being intersected by a plane. When it is intersected by a plane, this is called cross section. For example, three different cross sections of a cube. So it is a cube. And what is a cube? That means all the faces, all the sides, they are equal, because cube is nothing but when all the faces are square. So when a cube is intersected by a plane horizontally, diagonally, or just at the edge, when it is horizontally, it will take the shape of a square because cube is nothing but a square. If it is cut diagonally, it will take the form of a rectangle because it will be along the diagonal, and it will take the form of a rectangle. If it is only at the edge, it will take the shape of a triangle. Okay, let's try a few questions. This is again when you rotate along the axis, what will happen? It is a triangle, and we have done one question related to triangle. When a triangle is rotated along the axis, it will form a cone. This is my cone. The radius is 5 and the height is 8. Height is 8, radius is 5. A cone with a height of 8 and a radius of 5. Okay. Now they are asking you in this question, it is a solid and a cross section happened because it is sliced with a plane. If it is sliced with a plane and it is a pyramid, one interesting thing, all the sides of the base You can see all these lines. They are equal. That means the base is nothing but a square. And when a plane slices this solid, what will happen? Just think for a minute. If a plane is slicing a pyramid and the pyramid has a base of a square, it will take the form of a square only because the base is a square. Okay, now let's try this one. Tell whether the solid is a polyhedron. We learned three conditions for a solid to be polyhedron, right? To be a polyhedron, each vertex, it should be a there point, there should be an edge, and there should be faces. Does this solid have faces? Yes. Triangle, triangle, rectangle, and rectangle. Okay. Does it has an edge? Yes, it has an edge. Does it has a point? Yes. So all the three conditions, face, yes, edges, yes, vertex, yes. All the three conditions are met. So I can say, yes, this is a polyhedron, and because the bases are triangle, this is called triangular prism. These are not the bases. The rectangles, they are not the bases, because if you stand this prism like this, it will take, the base will be a triangle and the top will be triangle. So it is a triangular prism. I hope it helps.